You can run, but you cannot hide from the United States.
Our country is now a cesspool. We are a nation in decline. We're a failing country. We're a third world hellhole ruled by censors, perverts, criminals, and thugs.
If you think moving abroad will free you from nonstop U.S. politics, I hate to break it to you, but the news will follow you like a barb on an Onika mirage.
You are still firmly a barb?
Yes, I'm a barb. I'm 30 years old, and I've been a barb since I was like 13 years old. For me, I can put the two things aside from Nicki, the personality, and Nicki, the music, and I still love Nicki. So.
I'm Jessica, and you've reached the destination. So someone left this comment that basically said, please don't talk about US politics on a channel that's about moving away and escaping it. If you would just stay on the topic at hand, in this case, moving to China, and not delve into the politics of the USA, this would have been a much better video. I want to move overseas because living in the US isn't for me anymore, including the politics of it. I'd much rather not hear about it again on a channel talking about moving away from it all. And I get it. I really get it. See, you think it's gonna be like this 24/7, 365, but it's not. They're only 2 months in. This is still the honeymoon phase. As someone who lived abroad for years, that's not how this works.
At our big grown ages, not knowing what the fuck is going on is a character flaw.
And
I don't care if watching the news makes you depressed or I don't ingest that kind of stuff. That shit make me sad. Bitch, you're 30. Get over it.
We all have this fantasy. You land in another country, deactivate your socials, drink tea, touch grass, and suddenly politics doesn't exist. It's like you unlocked peace mode in the game of life. But in reality, within 2 days of arriving in your newfound country, someone will ask you, so what's going on over there in the US of A? Welcome to your first day of being an unpaid US spokesperson.
That's why I don't think anything. How many times you around, you won't think something like that? You won't think something like that? I don't understand how you won't connect to understand what you want.
It doesn't matter where you go, the US is unfortunately ridiculously influential. Just look at that's Mandarin Chinese school using Benito, who just performed at the American football game the other day to promote learning Mandarin in their program. But on a much more serious note, your money affects their economy. Your elections affect their visas. Your wars affect their safety. Your TikTok bans affect their apps.
It's really not fair that, they're banning TikTok.
You guys being on Red Note is so funny to me.
There's an unfortunate reality that the president of the United States is an important figure in the world. We're never going to get to a point to where what the president does doesn't matter.
So yeah, people pay attention. In China, taxi drivers used to ask me about Trump and Obama constantly, like full debates in Putonghua at 8 a.m. Sir, I am just trying to get to a meeting. In Colombia, people knew the 2016 election results before I did. They were literally telling me about what's going on over here in Mi País. And then there was Bangkok, BKK airport. I'm checking in for my flight. Passport already out. The second the gate agent sees that little blue cover, his whole face changes. Eye roll, attitude, immediate hostility. Why you gotta be so rude? And Thai people are usually the nicest people on the planet. So, what? I say, Sawadee ka, as sweetly as possible. And he goes, you're not boarding. Excuse me, what? What do you mean I'm not boarding? I have my ticket itinerary purchased here on my phone. I've got my passport. I already have a visa. What do you mean I'm not boarding?
What do you mean by that?
He just keeps saying you're not boarding, and now he's calling security. Next thing I know, officers show up. I'm crying. Tears streaming down my face. A whole airport scene. But here's the crazy part. The police.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
This video is sponsored by Edge Control. Yes, that's what that white patch is along my hairline that's driving me crazy. I didn't notice it until I began to edit this video 1 week after recording. Thank you, Edge Control. This video is also brought to you by gratitude. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. Thank you to everyone who stuck around while I accidentally took a 1-year sabbatical from YouTube. Very unplanned, very on brand, yes. And shout out to all the people who subscribed during that time and didn't realize I was gone. You're a visionary, and your taste is S tier, truly. In this microwave, see it today, forget it tomorrow, hyper-fast news cycle world we live in, it's refreshing that people are still watching videos from years ago because they are still relevant. So thank you for being here. You are appreciated. And now back to the show. Here's the crazy part. The police, super kind, incredibly kind. They literally were comforting me. They gave me water. They gave me pad thai. They gave me cake. The only person treating me like a problem was the airline agent. Turns out it was a visa technicality. Maybe Buddy was having a really bad day, but the energy changed as soon as he saw United States of America. Even 8,000 miles away, you don't stop being an American just because you crossed the border. You carry it with you. Unless you're fully denouncing your citizenship, this little blue book ties you to everything going on back home. You still vote. You better still vote. You still file taxes. You're still affected by policy. And you still get blamed for stuff you had absolutely nothing to do with. Being an American abroad used to open doors. Not anymore. Now it's something you explain apologetically. There's nothing lonelier than being an American overseas when America stops standing for anything. You don't realize how fast respect evaporates until you're the only American in the room. The scariest part isn't being far from home. It's realizing home no longer exists the way you remember it. Authoritarianism doesn't stop at borders. It just looks clearer from the outside. You could be deep in the Amazon jungle, on a boat, having a nice river cruise, looking at sloths in their natural habitat, when suddenly the traveler next to you says, "So what's going on with your Supreme Court?" Don't get me wrong. Moving abroad absolutely can improve your life. Lower stress, better food, broaden your worldview. It will distance you from the noise. But distance doesn't mean disappearance, and it's important to never become detached. Wait, while that's important to me, I can totally understand other people wanting to be completely detached from the States. Rest in power, Asada Shakur.
I'm an American living in Germany right now, and excuse me, I'm really sick right now. And lately, I literally, not even lately, today I just woke up with so much anxiety because of what is happening in the US and what the US is like causing to other nations. And just like the amount of anxiety they're giving to everyone else and everyone else in the world. And it sucks because at least if I was in the US right now, I feel like there's at least smaller ways I'm able to give back.
This is exactly how I felt during the summer of 2020 when I was in China and the States were a mess.
Or at least like be able to deal with like my political anxiety, because at least like you can go out and help your community. You can, boycott like certain items. You can volunteer. You can just do whatever you need to do. And I think there's like more ways to get around that. But here, because I'm so far away from home, even though I'm physically far removed from home, it hurts even heavier because you see, like, when you're talking to people, like I talked to this guy yesterday at a bar. He was from he was from Colombia, but he was talking about, Venezuela. And it just blows my mind, just like how other nations and other people in these nations, like I couldn't imagine being a person from Denmark right now. Not Denmark, Greenland, I'm sorry. And just like, it just is such this heavy weight, and it feels like I'm so powerless and I can't do much right now, which just fucking sucks. And so I'm just trying to figure out ways of how can I deal with my political anxiety just while I'm abroad. And I guess it's just right now, it's just talking to people about issues, I feel like.
Yes, exactly. If you're abroad right now and you're feeling uneasy or helpless about everything that's happening here, the best thing for you to do is talk to others who can relate.
People abroad think they can say whatever they want to Americans. The other day when I was in Bergen, Norway, I was on a boat tour, like one of those touristy, like tour the fjord boat tours. And there was this Estonian woman sitting next to me. And you're sort of captive at that point. It's like a 3-hour boat tour, and it was like really tightly crammed. It was really raining out, so I couldn't move my seat. We were chit-chatting, and she was basically telling me how incredible Estonia was. And I love to hear about other countries. I would love to visit Estonia. It's high on my list to go visit all of the Baltic states. However, she was saying everything in contrast to what she believes life is like in America. It's so safe there, and I know how dangerous it is in America. Food is so affordable in Estonia, and I know it's just so expensive in California. We have universal health care, and I know that you guys take care of yourself with a box of Q-tips and some rubbing alcohol.
Politics is like Wi-Fi. You don't see it, but it's always there. So instead of trying to escape politics completely, think of moving abroad as gaining perspective. You stop being inside the noise and start observing it from outside, which is way healthier. And the best part is, it sticks. Even though I'm in the States right now and have been for entirely too long, I'm still pretty good at tuning out the noise. You can change countries, you can change continents, you can change your entire identity, but you cannot change the fact that US drama lives rent-free in group chats all over the world.
我看到
Presidente de Estados Unidos Donald Trump da un golpe al freno del cambio climático.
Time for business with Brian Quinn, starting in the US, in fact.
Is Donald Trump trying to save Cuba or destroy it?
家人们，今晚的瓜太大了，我得扶着墙才能把这事儿讲完。谁能想到，堂堂美国总统，美利坚的精神领袖，竟然在深夜11点，像个玩泥巴的小屁孩一样。
Were you also wondering what the comments under this video said? You know I got you. Let's focus on the one with the most likes, unreliable, and caused an international big joke. Basically, yeah, politics don't care if you're into them or not. No matter where you go, they're in you. See you at the next destination.